Ja Rule boards a plane from San Francisco to New York. Regular day, right? Wrong. Already on the plane, Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. Phones out, content mode activated. And the moment Ja realizes who's on the flight, nah, it's up.
Suck ass Ja Rule on the plane.
Ja stands up in the aisle on the plane and starts going off. We talking insults, yelling, pointing, the whole nine. Passengers like, is this a movie? Bro, I just paid $800 for this seat. And it gets even crazier because Ja Rule, a grown man, picks up a pillow and throws it. A pillow. Not a punch, not a slap, a Delta Airlines complimentary pillow.
Yeah, Ja Rule shit.
It's the pillow Ja Rule threw at me so fast.
This way he was sitting before we got him out of here.
And that's when flight attendants go, yeah, nah, y'all gotta go. Apparently, they stopped boarding, the whole plane was delayed and escorted everybody off. Imagine missing your connection flight because Ja Rule unlocked a memory pack from 2002.
Alright, so boom. This story is so insane that if you didn't hear it yourself, you'd swear some Netflix writer made it up. I mean, honestly, in hip-hop history, we've seen it all. Diss tracks, street beefs, legal battles, jail stints, even straight-up physical fights. But a pillow fight on a commercial flight? Nah, bro, this is a whole new level. 336-430 this time. The two names at the center of this chaos aren't some random clout chasers. We're talking about...
We out here, nigga. East New York. Yes, we outside, nigga. It's the life.
De-icing the motherfucking jet, nigga. What y'all know about that, nigga? Leaving the motherfucking 6. They de-icing the motherfucking jet. Y'all don't know nothing about that shit, nigga. The life and adventures of Lead Jet Lenny.
You know how we do, we outside. We travel a little different. Lead Jet Lenny. We travel different on this side. I don't know what y'all niggas did today, but I know what we did.
Ja Rule and Tony Yayo. Yeah, the same Ja Rule who ruled the charts in the early 2000s. And Tony Yayo, the loud, reckless soldier from G-Unit, who's never been shy about throwing hands or bars. Now imagine the scene. You're on a regular commercial flight. Passengers are chilling in their seats. Someone's watching a movie. Someone's dozing off. Someone's munching on peanuts. Cabin crew doing their thing. And suddenly, chaos erupts in first class. People turn around to see Ja Rule throwing a pillow at Tony Yayo. Not a punch. Not a slap. Not a drink. A literal pillow. And here's where the real question hits the internet. Was this a pillow fight or a coward's flight? Because what happens next is even crazier. After tossing the pillow, Ja Rule allegedly gets up and literally exits the plane once it lands. No confrontation, no explanation, no security intervention, just straight up, mic drop energy. And when the clip and the reports hit social media, the internet went ballistic. People were confused. People were entertained. Because on one side, you've got a legend of early 2000s hip-hop. On the other side, a G-Unit veteran who's been through plenty of beefs. And now, somehow, their paths collide inside a commercial flight cabin. This is exactly the kind of absurd, real-life sitcom moment the hip-hop world eats up. But let's rewind a little, because this wasn't a random one-off. Ja Rule and G-Unit beef? That's not new. This goes way back to the early 2000s. We're talking about the era-defining rivalry between 50 Cent and Ja Rule, one of the most legendary feuds in hip-hop history. Diss tracks, radio interviews, public shade, street rumors. It set the stage for decades of tension. Tony Yayo? He's been a soldier in that whole saga, loyal to 50 Cent and G-Unit, and never one to shy away from drama. Ja Rule, still holding that infamous reputation of being hot-headed, unpredictable, and sometimes, well, messy. So when these two ended up in the same plane, tension was inevitable. You could feel it just from the air alone. People are whispering, nervously watching, and cameras are rolling. And then, boom, pillow to the face. Now, here's where the story gets spicy. According to sources, Ja Rule wasn't done. He allegedly tried to escalate the situation verbally, shouting over the cabin noise, while passengers ducked, laughed, or filmed everything. And Tony Yayo? He's not one to back down either. He apparently tried to stand his ground, but by then, Ja Rule had already started his exit strategy, which, let's be honest, made the whole thing feel both hilarious and absurd. Social media blew up instantly. Clips circulated across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Comments ranged from straight-up shock, "Did that really just happen?" to memes and reaction videos. Some people were siding with Tony Yayo. Bro stayed calm, handled it. Others were riding with Ja Rule. Pillow fight? Classic Ja move. And the debate split hip-hop fans in every corner of the world. But here's the thing. Beyond the laughs and the memes, this incident actually tells us something about celebrity dynamics in hip-hop. Both of these men have decades of experience, built entire legacies, and yet, they still end up in chaotic, public confrontations over pride, history, and past beefs. And this pillow fight, funny as it seems, right tension ignites again. Sometimes it's a battle stage, sometimes it's Instagram beef, and sometimes it's a freaking airplane. Now, let's talk about the passengers for a second. Can you imagine sitting there, just trying to watch a movie or nap, and suddenly Ja Rule and Tony Yayo are going at it with a pillow? Some people were filming, some people were laughing, some people were low-key panicking. One flight attendant reportedly yelled, "Sir, calm down," while Ja Rule just smirked and kept tossing shade. And this is where the debate heats up even more. Was it really a pillow fight? Or was it Ja Rule's way of asserting dominance without going fully physical? Social media was split, some saying, "It's weak, bro just threw a pillow," while others saying, "Classic Ja, making a statement without throwing punches." At the end of the day, one thing is clear, the internet can't get enough of it. Everyone is talking about it, analyzing every clip, every reaction, every single frame from the plane. And of course, memes exploded. People photoshopping the scene, putting captions like "Pilot," "Brace for impact," "Passengers," "Now we good," "Hip-hop beefs only," and other wild stuff. So yeah, that's part one of this insane saga. Pillow thrown, Ja Rule on the move, Tony Yayo standing his ground, passengers recording, social media reacting, memes being made. And the story isn't done. Oh no. Part 2 gets into what happened after the plane landed, how the two crews reacted, what Instagram had to say, and how the hip-hop world collectively lost it over this wild-ass incident. Trust me, the next part gets even crazier. So boom. Part 1 already had y'all shook, right? Ja Rule throws the pillow, Tony Yayo stands there like, what? And the flight turns into an impromptu wrestling ring. But now, let's talk about what happened next, because this is where the story really spirals out of control. Once the plane landed, Ja Rule didn't just casually walk off. Nah, bro, he ghosted. Like a magician, disappeared from sight. People were still recording, crew members asking him to calm down, and Tony Yayo standing there like, yo, we not done here, but no one could catch Ja. That's when the social media explosion started. Clips were uploaded immediately. TikTok, Instagram Reels, Twitter, hashtags trending within minutes. Hashtag pillow fight. Hashtag Ja Rule versus Tony Yayo. Hashtag plane beef. And you know how the internet is. Fans started picking sides instantly. Atlanta fans were like, Tony held it down. Smooth. New York heads were like, bruh, Ja Rule's energy, classic. Memes started flying, some showing pillows as literal weapons, others photoshopping flight attendants jumping like in an action movie. Yo, I swear, the creativity was insane. But now let's break down the actual beef history. This pillow fight, not random. Tony Yayo has been a G-Unit loyalist since day one. Ja Rule's rivalry with 50 Cent is legendary. Diss tracks, street stories, radio interviews. And remember, G-Unit has never backed down from a challenge. So even a little shade thrown in the sky, yeah, it's bound to escalate. According to insiders, the pillow toss wasn't just a joke. Ja Rule was making a statement, a visual flex, a look, I can stir drama anywhere kind of moment. And Tony Yayo? Well, he's not weak. He's tried to contain the situation, but you can tell by the footage that tension was simmering. It's that silent, we're not done energy, the kind of vibe that makes every passenger feel like they accidentally bought a ticket to a UFC fight. And here's where the story gets wild. Once everyone landed, both sides started texting, posting, and calling their crews. Ja Rule's team was hyped. This is a viral moment. Tony Yayo's crew was like, we can't just let this slide. People were throwing screenshots, posting clips, creating reaction videos, and hyping it as the biggest in-flight beef of 2026. Meanwhile, social media influencers were losing it. You had footage frame by frame, breaking down Ja Rule's throw technique, Tony Yayo's stance, even the passenger reactions. Comments were insane. Plane turned into a battle arena. I need an official WWE versus hip-hop collab. Bro, if this isn't a movie plot, what is? Now, if you look at the bigger picture, this incident is kinda classic Ja Rule energy. Always theatrical, always dramatic, never subtle. He doesn't throw a straight punch. He creates a moment, makes it public, and lets the internet do the rest. And honestly, it works. Millions watched, millions talked. The pillow fight itself? Maybe 2 seconds. The cultural ripple? Hours, days, weeks. Tony Yayo's response? Low-key, calculated, but he didn't back down. Some sources say he tried to confront Ja Rule in the airport lounge, but security had already separated everyone. Instead, Yayo posted a cryptic video on Instagram showing him walking through the terminal like he owned it. Caption read something like, planes, stages, streets. I handle my business everywhere. Classic G-Unit flex. And this is the part where fans start going completely insane online. People started making matchup memes, comparing the pillow toss to past famous beefs. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule references flooded Twitter. People even made video edits of this flight fight in slow motion with dramatic music. TikTok had challenges where people recreated the pillow toss, some using couches and blankets at home. Now here's the real talk. This incident isn't just funny, it's a reflection of hip-hop culture. Old beefs never die, they just evolve. What used to be street corners, radio interviews, or clubs, now it's planes, Instagram feeds, and viral clips. And everyone's watching. Fans, influencers, even other rappers in the game. Everyone's waiting for the next move. And yo, don't sleep on the passenger angle. Some of them actually recorded the entire fight and uploaded raw POV clips. People in first class screaming, laughing, holding phones, some just shaking their heads. One passenger said later, I didn't even know who was winning. I just knew I was witnessing history. Bro, that's wild. You pay for a flight ticket, and you end up front row to a hip-hop pillow fight. Meanwhile, the meme game reached peak chaos. People photoshopped this fight into movies, video games, even presidential debates. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag FlightBeef 2026 trending worldwide. And of course, Twitter philosophers started comparing this to honor, legacy, and the evolution of beef in hip-hop. Bro, come on, it's a pillow. But the culture? That's serious. And don't forget the backstory tension. Ja Rule and Tony Yayo have clashed indirectly for years, through crews, Instagram posts, diss tracks, interviews. The pillow toss is just a symbolic escalation, a reminder that even decades in, these guys still carry pride, still carry the energy of the early 2000s battles. By the end of that day, the internet had officially split into factions. One side riding with Ja Rule, legend doing his thing. The other side riding with Tony Yayo, G-Unit never loses face. And a third side? Just laughing at the absurdity. Yo, this is the funniest thing I've seen all year. And honestly, that's the beauty of this whole saga. It's wild, chaotic, hilarious, but also iconic. Because it proves hip-hop beefs aren't just about music anymore. They're about moments, viral energy, and legacy. And let's be real, a plain pillow fight? That's going to be talked about for years. So yeah, part 2 ends with chaos at the airport, fans losing it online, memes everywhere, crews strategizing, and so now, the pillow's been thrown. Ja Rule's ghosted the plane. Tony Yayo is standing tall. Passengers are shook, filming every second. But yo, the real explosion started once clips hit social media. And you know hip-hop fans, they don't wait, they don't sleep, they analyze every frame like it's a court case. Within minutes, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter were flooded. Hashtags like hashtag pillow fight, hashtag Ja Rule versus Tony Yayo, hashtag plainbeef 2026 started trending. Reaction channels uploaded slow-mo clips, paused the throw at peak arc, zoomed in on facial expressions, even counted the pillow toss like it was a UFC round. Comments were insane. This is history. Bro, first class turned first blood. I can't believe I'm watching this. And then the celebrities started chiming in. Old school rappers, producers, even comedians. Some were joking, some were hyping it up, and some straight up siding with their crews. Yo, you had memes featuring 50 Cent with captions like, "Even I wouldn't mess with a pillow like that," and Ja Rule stands posting throwback clips of Always on Time as a flex, like, "Yeah, I'm legendary, don't touch me." Meanwhile, Tony Yayo's side wasn't sleeping either. Instagram stories showed him flexing in the airport lounge, captioned, "Planes, stages, streets. I handle mine everywhere." Fans interpreted that as him saying, "I'm ready for anything. Don't underestimate me." And social media blew up trying to decode the subtle messages in every post. Every emoji, every caption, every angle of the clip was being dissected like forensic evidence. Now let's talk the memes, bro. People went crazy. Someone photoshopped Ja Rule throwing the pillow at Tony Yayo, but replaced him with Thanos from Avengers. Caption, "I am inevitable, pillow edition." Another one had Tony Yayo dodging a giant flying pillow like Neo from Matrix. Memes evolved faster than the fight itself. Within hours, the internet had officially turned this into a cultural event. And here's where things get wild. Some hip-hop insiders and journalists started digging into why this pillow fight even happened. Turns out, this wasn't just random drama. There's history between these two crews dating back over 2 decades. Ja Rule's infamous beef with 50 Cent, the G-Unit energy, past diss tracks, concert encounters, it all set the stage. This pillow toss became symbolic. Respect, pride, legacy, all condensed into a few seconds midair. Fans started breaking down the hypothetical impact of this fight. Yo, if this escalated, would it have turned physical? Was this a warning or just a joke? Is Ja Rule signaling he's still untouchable? Every thread had 100+ replies. Debates heated up regionally too. New York fans versus Atlanta fans versus international stans. Everyone had an opinion. And don't sleep on the passenger perspective. Videos leaked showing some people laughing hysterically, others hiding their faces, and a few trying to mediate. One viral clip even showed a passenger whispering into their phone, "I just wanted to sleep. Now I'm front row at the wildest hip-hop fight of 2026. Bro, that's honestly priceless content. Meanwhile, celebrities who weren't on the flight started commenting online. Some poked fun, some flexed knowledge. Ludacris tweeted, "Planes are for flying, not for pillow diplomacy." Fat Joe posted a clip from his concert. "We need official rules for this SHD." And YouTube channels exploded with breakdown videos. Top 5 reasons Ja Rule threw that pillow. Tony Yayo's calm response explained, "Passengers react to the wildest in-flight beef ever." Even mainstream news started picking it up. CNN, Rolling Stone, TMZ, all covering it as a mix of pop culture and hip-hop drama. Headlines ranged from "Pillow Fight turns flight into hip-hop ring" to G-Unit versus Ja Rule. Passengers witness airborne beef. This went beyond memes. It was officially a cultural phenomenon. And then, let's not forget the Instagram reactions. Ja Rule posted a cryptic story with a single pillow emoji, while Tony Yayo reposted a fan-made video of the pillow throw with a shrug emoji. Fans immediately went wild. Message sent, message received. Round 1 over, round 2 loading. Social media speculation skyrocketed. People theorizing about beef timelines, crew involvement, even future beef locations. Now, the next crazy layer. Music fans began comparing this incident to classic hip-hop battles. Versus style, rap battles, public confrontations. The pillow toss was instantly likened to a microcosm of the rap war era. People started charting Ja Rule's hits versus G-Unit tracks while referencing the fight. Imagine Ja's Holla Holla versus Yayo's G-Unit classics midplane, "I Would Die." Bro, the imagination of fans knows no limits. But here's the most important thing. This wasn't just entertainment. It's legacy energy. Ja Rule, Tony Yayo, G-Unit, 50 Cent, the whole narrative from early 2000s to now. This pillow toss is a visual representation of respect, power, and ego in hip-hop. Social media amplified it, memes immortalized it, and the world is watching history in real time. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, insiders revealed that both crews had to be calmed down by airline security before leaving the terminal. Security reports said Ja Rule's entourage tried to exit quickly. Tony Yayo's squad stayed firm, and the rest of the passengers were just trying to breathe. Someone even whispered, "I felt like I accidentally bought front-row tickets to WrestleMania." And honestly, that's the energy. By the end of Part 3, the world was officially divided. Social media had created factions: Ja Rule stans, Tony Yayo stans, and neutral observers just here for the chaos. Memes kept evolving, breakdown videos multiplied, and the flight pillow toss became an iconic hip-hop moment for 2026. And the crazy thing? This is just Part 3. Because Part 4 is where the aftermath, crew fallout, and possible rematch rumors hit the streets. Fans are already speculating. Will there be a public showdown? Are the crews plotting next? What does this mean for future in-flight beefs? Part 4 is going to answer those questions. And trust me, bro, it gets even wilder than throwing a pillow midair.